cut right to the chase because I have a lot to say about marketing in 2025 because it is hard. And sure, some folks are not on the struggle bus, but that's not the norm. The norm for businesses of any size, any headcount, any budget is that 2025 is a challenging year to do marketing. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. Hi, my name is Taylor, and I'm one of the founders here at NG, and I am also a small business marketing consultant turned tech startup founder. And in this video, I want to talk about the top 3 marketing challenges in 2025 that are really impacting small business owners. I mean, all 3 are good challenges for us to talk about, but if 2025 has been 2025ing on you, you're going to want to watch to the end. So the first big marketing challenge that folks are experiencing in 2025 is the fact that organic reach on social media is down. And we all feel this, like it's just harder to get your content in front of people on social media these days. Even if you do everything right, like you have high quality content, it's entertaining, you're using keywords, you're engaging with other accounts, and you're working in some of the trends too. But why is organic reach down? I mean, no one really knows because we don't know what goes on in these companies. But the need for these social media platforms to make money is probably at least a part of the reason. Because right now, paid reach seems to be the most effective way to get reach. And remember, these social media companies are publicly traded companies, and the pressure is on for them to make decisions that drive revenue. And this really sucks for small business owners, especially because social media is a free marketing channel that historically has been really effective. But when your stuff isn't getting seen and you really don't have a budget to pay for reach all the time, it leaves you feeling really frustrated. Now, the other reason that organic reach might be down right now, the algorithm has changed yet again, and it wants to see engagement. So simply posting, even if it's really good content, isn't enough to get the algorithms to put your content in front of people so that they can engage, right? I know it's like the most catch-22 thing. So what can you do to get over this hurdle of organic social media reach being down? Well, the first thing is you can do anything you can do to get people to interact with your content. It is a good thing. And I'm talking about polls where people are clicking on the screen, carousel posts, so they're swiping, getting people to comment, save, and share your posts. Anything basically beyond just a like is good engagement because it's giving the algorithm a clear signal that people like what they're seeing. But also you can add collaborators when it makes sense to your Instagram content. And this is something that we do at NG pretty regularly. And even though it doesn't work every time, it works often enough. And I can see that the content that we've added collaborators to does much better with reach than the content that we are posting on our own. And also, shameless plug, because it's a brand new feature, but now you can add collaborators to your Instagram content with NG's social media scheduler. But the last thing that you can do to help you get over this whole like organic reach problem is actually just start to track your reach numbers. So you're not just like vibing on whether or not your reach is down, or so you even know what a normal level of reach is for you. And this is also something that you can do in NG. The second marketing challenge that we are all facing in 2025, that is artificial intelligence. And where do I even start with this one? Because AI is a very cool new tool that we have, but it's throwing a couple monkey wrenches at us. And the first one is just the sheer number of AI tools that are out there now, all claiming to be the thing that's going to solve all of our problems. So you want to like try them all, right? And I know some of you are trying them all, but now are looking at all of the extra tabs sitting on your computer and all of the extra subscriptions hitting your credit card and are like, what do I do with all of this now? Because you don't quite understand how things are working together, or if they're even working together. And maybe you even bought like 2 tools that do the same thing. And I mean, seriously, I have had more than a few conversations where people are asking me explicitly, like, do I need these things? And while AI can help us do our marketing faster, it's complicating things because now we have to sift through all these new tools and make a decision. And honestly, the rate that these new tools are coming out and the rate that they are changing makes it really complicated for some people. But AI is making marketing more of a challenge for all of us when it comes to getting found on the internet. And I've been talking about this for a long while because now, thanks to AI, search is everywhere. It's on Google, it's on Instagram, it's on TikTok, and it's on ChatGPT itself. But how are we supposed to optimize for all of these different platforms now? So what can you do as a small business owner to use AI in 2025, but not make your marketing harder to do? Well, don't let shiny object syndrome over AI tools complicate your tech stack, right? Just cease and desist there. But also, B, in the simplest terms that I can explain getting found on the internet in the age of AI, you need to make sure that you're giving the internet the content that it needs to understand a few basic things about your business. And that's, what do you do? Who do you do it for? Where do you do it? And how do you solve a problem? And make sure that your website is optimized, your social media bios are strong and also optimized, and that you're creating social media content and blog content that are not just empty words that you're throwing on a page. So that's the first step. And the third marketing challenge in 2025 is quite simply the 2025 factor. And what I'm talking about is consumer confidence and buying behavior. And a lot of this stems from the high levels of uncertainty. And what happens when people feel uncertain? They change how they act. They become more cautious about spending money, asking themselves, do I want this or do I need this? They research and research and research to find the best deal or the thing that has the most value to them. Or they might just decide to put off the purchase until things feel better. And honestly, this is the thing that happens the most. Like, the most common action is inaction or deciding to just do nothing. So times like these are a very real reminder that marketing is about psychology. And if you want to nerd out on that, come find me. But I know we all feel it because it's harder to get someone to buy right now. I mean, sheesh, it's harder to get someone to even submit an inquiry or try something for free. And I could go on and on about how 2025 in and of itself is just a huge, messy soup of challenge. But instead, let's focus on the things that we can control, because we can't control other people's emotions or their actions. And we can't control how many times they think that they need to see us before making a decision. But we can control how many opportunities we give them. So this is why, as a marketer, as someone who is here to guide you through this thing called marketing, this is why I talk about consistency so much. And I don't care what the number behind what consistent for you is, but the bottom line is you can't go dark right now with your marketing. Remember, marketing is the stuff that you do to make sure that people know you exist. So keep creating opportunities for people to decide to buy from you. And we also can't take a lazy route with our copy or with our offerings right now. I mean, really, we never can and should, but especially not right now. And I know you know what I'm talking about because I know you know when you're phoning it in, because I can see when you're phoning it in. So like I mentioned already in this video, don't just put empty words on the page. you need to think pretty deeply about your clients and customers right now. Like, think about their psychology in 2025. Like, what are they really struggling with? What's their version of reality right now? Like, in their own little household, what's their reality? Not what's their version of reality. I mean, what can you put in front of them that's something that they will feel like they need to buy? So what I'm saying is I want you to do some customer research and then rework your marketing around what you learn. So deep inhale and deep exhale, because I know that 2025 has not been an easy year to run a small business. And I want you to keep going, because 2025 isn't going to be forever. And even when things are really challenging, if you focus on the things you have control over, and you find it in you to keep pushing, even if you're only making the tiniest of little baby steps, you'll make it around these challenges and through to the other side. And this is the year where grit and resiliency and faith in ourselves to figure it out is important. And you're also probably going to feel tired and frustrated and maybe even question if you want to keep going, and that's okay. But you don't have to do this alone. That's exactly what the NG community is here for. And I want you to know that you've got this.